Hello, this is Mesut Şenol, and this recording is made in Istanbul. Libertad Betancourt's artistic soul and the universal perspective. Human beings possess the most enigmatic creative inner capability that could transcend all the physical and metaphysical boundaries. There is always an element of magic which could only be perceived through artistic works and utterances, as opposed to mundane happenings around us. Even the ordinary objects, events, or behavior could be interpreted in such a way that we will all get fascinated and most of the time amazed by what we are seeing and feeling because of those extraordinary representations by the sensitive souls. Be it coming from a painter, a photographer, a poet, a writer, a dancer, a musician, or from a player. Libertad has accumulated an immense experience throughout her life, facilitating her sensitive lenses of soul to capture and immortalize a world we all live in, yet not always being aware of its one and only beauty elements at every frozen moments of passing time. So her snapshots when performing photography, Libertad gives us the unique opportunity of the aesthetical sides of the even simple objects or scenes we are not being able to notice during our monotonous daily routines. You can see nature's symmetrical alignment of the environment where things were not intended to appear in such a way. But peculiarly enough, even non-animate things and objects have their own way of finding and establishing a peculiar order or formation in an artistic fashion. An adept eye could catch these fantastic images and exhibit them to have us appreciate what we are surrounded in our crowded and busy worlds. Libertad Betancourt's happenings to be the one of extremely competent artistry to let us be more fine-tuned and perceptive to our own inner and external world, using our senses to their fullest capacity. When I edited her trilingual book in English, Spanish, and Turkish called Lovers, Amantes, Aşıklar, it immediately occurred to me that Libertad Betancourt should have been born a woman with a mission. Her way of seeing the world and herself in it is a testimony to a true affectionate approach to herself and anybody else through a very comprehensive love insight. She sees love in interpersonal relations, in the international affairs of the countries, and in short, in humanity and advancing and promoting peace in the world. Her approach immediately made me remember the motto of the founder of the modern Turkish Republic, Atatürk, going like this: peace at home, peace in the world. Libertad Betancourt is being recognized throughout the world as an accomplished photographer, goodwill ambassador, poet, business consultant, educator, organizer of artistic events and festivals. She rightfully earned 3 honoris causa because of her contributions to important world summits and forums. Her active role of being the founder and the CEO of the organization called Love Living World Movement puts her career to a much higher level, since this network facilitates not only her extended works in many fields, but also her contacts in almost every corner of the world get their chances to play their positive roles in the direction of serving humanity in general. Photography occupies a very important part in her active life. Let us hear what she has to say about her passion of photography. Photography is my soul. My life captured in images, my eyes that see beyond a threshold or limited periphery. Photography allows me to reveal tiny details. It sometimes tells me whimsically and in his own way, a story in which I only listen capture, and portray. It is an instrument of nature that teaches me to be part of a whole and not a fragment. It is therapy that makes me forget. It is my visual meditation, a universal passport to virgin galaxies, an encounter with creativity in its most pure state. Photography is my life. How about her philosophy on love living? Is it possible to lead such a life full with nothing but love? I guess photography and other artistic skills under her belt turn her life into a huge story of success. Love living. I am genuine. I capture and portray everything. From my composition, everything is worthy of admiration because it is the perfect manifestation of life. I am a source of creativity that generates originality, sensitivity, passion, and dedication. In simple terms, I do not try to imitate anyone. I believe in my own style and approach. I study, I prepare day by day in a spiritual and professional realms. I am always learning and exploring something new. I am activated by a landscape, abstract objects, the energy emanating from urban angels that I stumble upon in the streets, souls that tell me their life stories, spontaneity, ordinary objects such as screws, twisted wire, things dusty, rusty, that I convert with my camera into something extraordinary. When I was a child, drawing and coloring, I would press so hard to get bright colors. The pencils would break. In photography, I am still the same. I like to be a dramatic in tones, lines, contrasts. I am unpredictable, daring. I throw myself to the ground among people. I stop at abandoned, forgotten spaces that I have called secret places. And on rare occasions, I have crossed limits in order to get a good shot. Of course, always within the framework of ethics, respect, and professionalism. My work is art, alone and fused, impregnated with love, energy, passion, life. Photography is love living. Amo vivir. Libertad Betancourt finds refuge in her lines of very sharp but at the same time sheer subtle expressions to get across her meaning for love and true freedom. Let us see how she delineates and combines them together, even associating those abstract terms with a concrete object. Nightstand. Love is the key that opens the threshold of true freedom. It is here, on the table, next to the night lamp in your inner cosmic room, where your pure consciousness rests. Libertad Betancourt seems to be one of the competent poetry writers both in her native language, Spanish, and in the second language of English. I am so sure that her poetic and artistic journey shall continue through the paths she takes, emerging together and enriching one another, while she would be promoting and disseminating that eternal energy, namely love. And finally, she guides the way for us by saying, let's make love. Yes, we are luminous beings of peace and contemplation. Let's make peace with love. February 2023, Istanbul.